Robin, how you doing?
I am doing really good. Thanks be to God. I'm blessed and highly favored and just thankful to be living and breathing. So I'm so happy to be here and thank you guys for having me.
Yes, thank
Amen.
you.
Yeah, we're happy to see you, Robin. The last time I saw you before, you was your husband, I believe, was producing you, creating a lot of the music. But I have heard some sad news. Your husband passed on. Condolences to you and your family.
Thank you.
But now that your husband passed on, how are you feeling, and how is everything? Is things different, or how are you managing that? How are you getting along?
Anytime you lose someone you love dearly and are entwined as soulmates, it is going to be different. Everything about life moving forward is different, even to the littlest things. In terms of the music now, completely different. Even though we were at the time before he passed, we were working on my CD, and the song Praise Him was the initial idea of what we discussed together to be the single. So then when he passed, it was upon me now to make a decision and decide which way and what to do and how to do all the 5 W's. But of course, it wasn't just me, but God was right there in the midst of everything. I mean, everything, to the point of, Robin, get in the studio. Robin, I gave you the songs. Now sit down and write them. So he has been guiding me every step of the way. And I am so, so grateful, because when you lose someone you love so closely and dearly, it's like someone just pulled the rug from underneath your feet and you're dangling and you're trying to find your way. It's the road less traveled. If you don't have God, then I don't know what can happen. Anything is bound to happen. But because of God, he has been there to order my steps and tell me which direction to go in, what to watch out for, who to watch out for. I mean, it's been amazing. In that respect, it's been amazing. But my life has been turned upside down. It has been turned upside down, and so I just take things one day at a time, because honestly, that's all I can actually stand. I can handle one thing at a time because there's so many. And so I'm just trying to navigate through where I am now and what I am to do in my assignment as God has called it. So I'm walking into my purpose. And so in those 2.5 years, I've been finding my way. God's been guiding me, but I've been finding my way, who I'm going to work with now. It's a different story. It's a whole new chapter of my life. And I don't know all of it. And only God knows all of it. And so I'm residing there in the hands of the Lord, and having him just direct me in where I'm to go and what to do. So for that, I'm thankful.
First of all, tell the people who your husband is. Who's your husband is?
My husband's name is Gilbert Van Small Jr. God rest your soul, my beloved. He was a music producer extraordinaire, very talented. We met in college. We both attended Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts. And so our love and passion for music was heavy and strong. And so that being one of the many ingredients that pulled us together was our love for music, aside from who we were as people and our character that meshed very well. But he was the driving force collectively together. We started our own entertainment label called Brew City Entertainment. And so now I am at the helm of running the company and doing the things that we talked about and what we were trying to strive for. And I'm going to continue moving the legacy as it was supposed to be, as God has it to go. As God has spoke to me about the company. So I was like, okay, Lord. Yes, Lord. I will do exactly what you say. And so I'm just being obedient, doing and putting things together as God has instructed me to do, and just I'm just walking with confidence and not fearing, because when God's at the beginning, there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to worry about, because he's got you and he's going to take you in the right direction. So you don't know anything, but you must trust and believe. And so that's where I'm at. I'm excited for what God has for me, and not only just for me, but for my son, our son, and our musical legacy, and just, just looking forward to what the future holds. That I know who holds my future. So for that, I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
It's just inspiring to hear your words and what you're talking about too, because I think everybody figuratively or literally has that moment where everything's changed. I mean, even in the last year,
Yeah.
2020 has really brought on a new perspective for everybody.
Right.
So even through the things, unfortunate things that have happened in your life, again, it's all in God's favor because it's a testimony, to other people that if God is with you, you can keep going. But speaking of talking about new, my dad has told me about you and how amazing your music and stuff is, and I briefly got to look on like your social media and stuff. But you're crazy talented too, so it's exciting to see. Like I saw a video on Facebook, and I think you were playing the piano.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. And I'm a music fanatic, kind of like my dad. So when I see that, I'm like, whoa, that blew me away. So you being not only a songwriter, but a musician, and now you're in this new stage of your life, and now you're kind of leading the helm. I really kind of want to get to know kind of what is your creative direction and application now for your music now in this new stage and in this new life.
Well, that the direction and the movement hasn't changed. I'm sticking to the formula that my husband and I sent. It's a matter of reaching those who don't know who God is, and through the music, the music is funky, the music is jazzy, the music is classical. It's a compilation of different styles and genres of music, but the message is about Christ. And so if you don't know about Christ, the music's gonna grab you, and now the message is getting in you, and it's too late now because we're ministering to you. So that was always the formula, because my husband was always, we love the funk, okay, straight up to the point. Love funk, love R&B, love gospel, love classical. We're both classically trained, and so when you saw me on the piano is my first instrument. So playing the piano, and that was my son's doing, because he kind of he how should I put it? I didn't know he was recording me. He had me play. Yeah, oh, what? Finessed it to the 10th power. Okay. And then put it on Instagram, and I'm looking at him like, what are you laughing at? What's so funny? I want to laugh too. And he said, well, Mom, I recorded you and put you on Instagram. I said, you did what? No, you didn't. And then next thing I knew, I said, okay, the cat's out the bag now. And so I said, well, since you've already done that, let me just turn it over to Facebook and put it over there. And boy, those who know me know that I play piano. But those who didn't know me, especially the ones that I went to school with, classmates, they was like, Robin, I didn't know you played the piano. Like how you reacted. I didn't know you played the piano. You can play. And then the choice of words was different. But in essence, like, well, I know you can sing, but I didn't know you could play and sing. And so I was just humbled by that, humbled and grateful for the gifting. And starting to do, because I also teach music too. So I teach music. Yeah, I teach you how to sing and how to play piano. So I'm thankful for that ability, and I had started my own company doing private instruction in 1993, and have been doing it up until that point. And then when my husband passed, God just kind of cleaned the slate out, and I was like, what the is going on here? No matter how hard I tried to maintain it, it was just like God said, shoot, but because I didn't know what was up and coming. And then when I began to see, I went, oh, there was no way I could have did all of those things. So, but he kept me. I mean, honestly, God kept me in the midst of what seemed like a tsunami to the 20th power and all the attacks that I was getting. And then just feeling like I felt on the battlefield, and I was a warrior on the battlefield. But I'm the type that's going to fight, though. I'm a Christian, but I'm the type that's going to stand. Yeah. So, and basically that's what I had to do. And honestly, if it had not been for the Lord on my side, girlfriend and boyfriend, I don't know where I'd be. Okay. When you hear about when people speak and their experiences and things that they've gone through, and you can relate to a certain extent, but when it happens to you though, you really see how God works. I mean, we know, we read, we understand, we believe, but when it happens to you, then it's like, ooh wee, you no joke. I knew you were no joke, but you really no joke. And so I just was like, wow. I mean, to take in all that God was doing, and here I am, one half of me is grieving, and the other half, here's God. And I'm like, ooh, this is a whole lot going on here. And a lot of the times I was speechless because I'm receiving everything that God is saying, and I'm balancing out my emotions, everything that's going on. So it was a lot. So, I mean, even to this day, God told me, he said, go and paint. And I went, huh? Paint? Oh, yes, Lord. I'll go and paint. I'm like, but can I ask you a question, Lord? Why? Because my curiosity. He says, because your ideas and your creative ideas will start to flow. And I went, wow. Oh, because you're not playing with a sister. But when you've been called, you have to adhere. And so I've been called. I knew, not quite though, but I knew I was different from most, even as a kid, right? But anyway, let's continue. So, I embraced I embraced it when God came and told me what my purpose was. I had my idea, but God has a whole bigger, grander idea than what I could have never thought of what he had for me to do. So when I understood that I had the gifting, and what blew my mind is that I didn't know I was walking around being prophetic. I was walking around being prophetic and not knowing I was prophetic. And because of what God has for me to do, it was needed to be where what it is in my life. So I'm learning and God is guiding. But I realize now, sometimes when I'm talking and I'm dealing with some of my students and some stuff just comes right out and they go like this. And I went, uh-oh, yeah, okay, I can't take control over that. That's God. He's just doing what he's doing. But because I enjoy the art of giving, whether it's on the stage, performing, which I love. Now, I'm in the positioning where I have to continue because of what God has put in place ahead of me. I must do the work. And so, it's like you're walking blindly, but not completely blind because God is guiding. And so I'm just doing what he says. I'm like, which way? Left? Right? Okay, left? Okay, I'll go left. I don't know what's over there, but I'm going to trust you. So that's how I've been living, one step at a time. But he's told me quite a few things, even to the point of people knocking at my door trying to see a sister. I was like, no. So I was like, no, whatever God has for me will be for me. And right now, I'm not seeing nobody at all. My mindset is where it is to what I need to do.
Right
at this time.
Awesome. So everything as far as your faith, the spiritual side of you must have increased because of the loss. Tremendously. And I'm still, honestly, I'm still learning. I'm still new at it when it comes to the walk. I mean, my faith has always been strong. I've always been a true believer in the Heavenly Father. And I was not one that you can convince to do anything. I'm a little stubborn in that area. But because if it doesn't feel right spiritually, then I'm not seeing you at all. And I'm glad I have that kind of tenacity. Right.
My sense of integrity and my sense of character of others is very important, and I'm not going to get involved in anything that's not spiritually right. If it don't feel right, then I'm not in it at all. Thank you.
Tell the people how they can find your music.
Um, the newest single that's out, that came out on Christmas Day in honor and tribute to my husband. You can, all of you can go to Amazon Music. You can find the single there. I have music on cdbaby.com, and you can also go to www.grewcity7.com, which is the website for the company, and you can hear the single there. You can see my music video for the prior single called Free. Who the Sun Says Free is free indeed. You can read about me there, and you can listen to and hear music there, and enjoy your experience when you go to the website. But that's where you can find me. I'm on social media. You can find me on social media at Robin Small. I have a music page, and I have actually two, and I am on Instagram, and I am Robin Small. You can find me there, and I'm Facebook, as well as Twitter. I'm all on social media. Why? Because I have to. I got to spread the word.
Anything you're looking forward to?
Is to really spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. So be able to perform to do that, to musically minister to the souls of many, because that's my job. That's what God told me I'm be doing.
Okay, Robin, thank you so much. We're going to say good night to you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
And keep making that good music, girl. I'm going to be rocking your stuff now.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep making your music. You are talented. You are a special gift to the body of Christ. Special gift to us, and we thank you. Keep it on.
Thank you for sharing your story too. Thank you for sharing your story.
You're welcome. It's nice to meet you, sweetheart. Nice to meet you. Really. Yes. One day we got to see each other in the physical.
Yes, for sure. Are you from Buffalo, New York?
No.
Or are you from?
I'm from New York, but not Buffalo. I'm in the tri-state area. So I'm in New York.
Okay.
Yeah. So one day when COVID decides to completely leave the building, then we can all commune and really have a good time and getting to know one another. So
yes, for sure.
I look forward to it.
All right. Good night, everybody. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Thank you, Robin, for this interview. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
All righty. Good night.
Bye.
All righty.